bad. I didn't. I've kind of forgotten. Forgot that the camera would just reset. Hello. I gotta be quiet because, we got a sleeping baby in the other room. But hello. Hi, guys. Hi, Mike. Hi, Gamerly. Hi, Mercy. Hi, JP. Hi, Cache. Too many badge leaders in here. Low live peace. Hashtag low live peace. Hi, Victim. Hi, Carvel. Hi, BBTC. Hi, Mito. Emaru. Queen. Queen. Amped. Thank you. Dayman. It is almost like coming in for the first time, isn't it? Quiet, cozy, Lord of the Rings music. Hi, Dayman. How are you? I hope you're doing so well. Amped, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. In case you didn't know, today is my 6-year anniversary of streaming on Twitch. I I won't be tricked into raising the volume. We'll see if I can keep the volume at this level. I gotta like remind myself that the baby is asleep in the other room, and if she hears my voice, we're done. So, I'll try to keep it down to a minimum. I have been streaming on Twitch for 6 years. Obviously, the past year has been very different from the years prior. It's looked quite a bit different. But another year gone by, and I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still streaming for all the people who doubted me. Cache, thank you. Cache, thank you very much for the tier 1. Gamerly, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, Gamerly. Yay! Pogger is yeah, 5 years or 6 years, sorry, 6 years. Which feels so crazy that this journey has been going on for 6 years and has given me everything in my life. Dayman, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. 10 gifted is amazing. 5 gifted is amazing. Everything is amazing. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Oh, Body is not here. Whoops. Body. Body was here, I think. Body was here before the surge, killed my computer. Normally we have like a fun celebratory stream, but obviously this year I have not had the opportunity to plan something of that type of magnitude. Wouldn't have the time to do it, wouldn't have the availability, like see, it's hard because I'm always home. I'm pretty much always home now, but now I have a little human that depends on me to take care of them. So can't really be like, oh, let's do a long 6-year anniversary stream. Why did I not remember your anniversary was on 9/11? Feels memorable enough because it's 9/11. Because the day is 9/11, so my anniversary pales in comparison to the anniversary of 9/11. So as always, every year we do acknowledge the terrible loss of 9/11, and we'll never forget as a country what happened on September 11, 2001, and my heart with all the victims' families today as they remember. Martha, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Thank you. Sabishi, thank you so much for the 25 gifted. Thank you. Hi, Sabishi. Miss you. Thank you so much. Happy 6-year streaming anniversary. You don't look a day over 9 years of streaming. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was fast, guys. If you're talking about the tears, I've been a puddle of tears for the past 24 hours. So I don't think anything has rocked me to my core quite like this. Whew. Tagamo, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you guys so much for this hype train. I'm sorry, my emotions are so off the chart right now. So you guys know I cry at subs and support in general, but I am just particularly emotional today. No, these are not pregnancy emotions. These are the realization that there are people in this world that would celebrate if I died today, or if my husband died today, or my child died today, because they hate the very essence of who I am. And it's so hurtful. I've never shed so many tears for a stranger that I did not know. Oh. Okay. I didn't want to I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to didn't want to cry. So let me just focus on the hype train right now, and we're gonna try to remain positive and hopeful for right now. It is something that I do want to talk about, but I was not ready to talk about it right off the bat because I wanted to at least enjoy my 6-year anniversary of streaming. So thank you very much for the hype train. Thank you, Sabishi, very much for the 25 gifted, and Martha and Tagamo and Gamerly, everyone, Cache for the resub. Thank you guys. It means the world to me that as a 6-year streamer who doesn't stream anymore, have any amount of support at this point is very deeply appreciated. So thank you guys very much. How's the kiddo? She's great. She's great. She's doing really, really great. Given recent events, I have made the decision that she will no longer be on stream. And I will no longer be sharing pictures of her. Because again, the realization has hit me in the very soul of my being that there are people in this world that would happily destroy us and cheer and dance and spit on our graves because I believe in the sanctity of unborn life, because I believe that a child needs a mother and a father, and men and women are biologically different, because I believe that because I believe what Charlie Kirk believes. And there are 2 little children that won't ever get to hug their dad again. And a wife who won't get to kiss her husband goodnight. Because he dared to speak. This really hurts me because I have said on my stream all of the things that he has said. I have believed the things that he has believed. Charlie Kirk was someone I looked up to. So to see the amount of hatred, the amount of joy that these people are taking in this is heartbreaking. All because he dared to speak the truth. And he opened up a platform for anyone to speak to him. He never once called for violence against anyone else. He let everyone have a platform. And I'm so hurt. And he's a better Christian than I am because I don't feel love and compassion. There's hate in my heart that wasn't there before yesterday. So this is a very sad 6-year anniversary of streaming. This is not what I had pictured being today. And yeah, I think it's just really hitting me like really hard because on a much smaller scale, I am Charlie Kirk. You know? Like I sit here on my stream and I challenge people and I say the things that he says. And I believe the things that he fought for. And so I feel like these people would hurt me and would hurt my loved ones and then would celebrate it. A lot of people. God, I can't even the amount of things that I have seen. I'm sure that you guys have all seen it too. On Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. So yeah, I've never been so rocked to my core by something. This hits really hard. Morden, thank you so much. 6 months for 6 years. This hurts a lot. Hang in there. You too. Ghost Wolf, thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome back. Hi, Ghost Wolf. It's a tragedy. One of the biggest reasons I feel they are emboldened to do these things is that they know the chance of them coming out of it alive is that they would be taken into custody to face justice. If something like this happened at a liberal get-together, there wouldn't be the same response. The mob would turn on anyone suspected, whether they are guilty or innocent. On top of, today being 9/11 and then just a few days ago, the absolutely unhinged, the train murder of Irina in Charlotte. I mean, that video is heartbreaking, all of this, like my heart is just so heavy with the evil of the past week. So the only piece that there is in this is Charlie was a true believer in Jesus Christ, and I know that he is. I know that he's living eternally in paradise. And I think that the fact that there are so many people out there who have never met him before, but are feeling so deeply hurt by his loss, is just a testament to the legacy, to the good that he was doing. And I have so much fear. I have so much fear for I don't know what that message is supposed to mean, and I don't care. I have so much fear for the direction of this country. I don't see like a peaceful way forward. Like, I don't see this being, I don't know what the word that I'm looking for is. Like, it's not like 9/11 where the country came together, you know? Oh gosh, these stupid ads. This feels like the violence is going to be a continued thing. I mean, the amount of, I mean, I saw people calling for Ben Shapiro next, Matt Walsh next. I mean, like, everyone at the Daily Wire. I mean, just a couple months ago, we saw an assassination attempt on our president, a president that won the popular vote, president that more than half the country wanted to be president. I just yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot to say on this. Just stopping to say hi, busy at work. T80, thank you very, very, very much for the resub. I have been trying to like work my way through this, and I picked up my devotion book that Royce and I haven't been reading recently because bedtime is chaotic and hectic now. But we used to read together every single night, and I looked at what September 10th said, and this is what it reads. Trusting in trials. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. Jesus let us know that since the world hates him, it will hate us too. We'll suffer all kinds of accusations that we're legalistic, narrow-minded, and judgmental, that we're ignorant and old-fashioned, that we're brainwashed or backward in our thinking. We'll be a target for mocking in the media. We'll be left out at work. We'll be lonely in our families as they criticize our choices. Through all of this, we're called to love. We keep quiet in the face of ugly words. We lift others up while they're tearing us down. We set aside any right to take revenge, trusting God's justice will stand in the end. We take our fears to the one who watches over us. We bring every wound to our healer. We follow the example of Jesus, who showed mercy to those who nailed him to the cross. Place yourselves in God's hands today. Find hope, knowing he'll reward you for all you suffer for his name. That was yesterday's devotional. And I think that I mean, there couldn't have been a more fitting thing to read yesterday. So basically, as I celebrate 6 years of streaming today, this is where I stand on this, and I will not accept or tolerate any comments that even begin or attempt to justify this or minimize this, or at the bottom line, the very bottom line is this was cold-blooded murder of someone who did harm to nobody and just wanted to have peaceful discussions. That's it. That's it. And as someone who aligns very closely with those beliefs, those values, those morals, and has spent, the better part of 6 years on this platform talking about them, to see this be the outcome and to see how much hate really breaks my heart. Really, really breaks my heart. So, to all of you guys, I hope that if you're also struggling with this, know at least that you're not alone. I never met the guy, never once spoke to him, but I identified with him. So it was like seeing, a family member be assassinated. And yes, I unfortunately saw the close-up video. I refreshed my Twitter and there it was, and I felt like I had just watched something forbidden, like something I wasn't ever meant to see. And I just immediately closed it out. I was on my computer and just started to sob, because if you saw it, you knew. I feel like you knew in your heart. It's quite possibly one of the most awful things I've ever seen in my life. And to know that his wife and his children were there is breathtaking. Let's make sure his life and his ideals are not in vain. I hope so. I hope that this created thousands of Charlie Kirks. I hope that there is a revolution among young men who have been beat down and told that they're wrong for being who they are. And I don't mean in a violent way. I don't want to see more violence. I just want people to be able to talk, to voice their opinions, to get out and vote and be a part of local government and make a change in their own community and defend their ideals and their principles and their morals. Yeah, I feel very hurt today. I do. I was hoping that someday in the future Charlie Kirk would have run for president. Yeah. I don't remember who tweeted it. Um, Someone tweeted Charlie Kirk would have been president. His friends knew it, his enemies knew it, everyone knew it. So yeah, so it's, it's with a heavy heart. It's with a heavy heart that I celebrate 6 years of streaming today. Because I feel really blessed that I've been able to do this for 6 years, and through this I found a group of friends, and I found my husband, and now we have a beautiful child together, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything in my adult life without this, and I'm so grateful for it, and I've loved it, and there have been times where it's been hard and it's been frustrating. I'm speaking specifically about the World of Tanks era. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because there were some really wonderful things about World of Tanks. People like Sabishi, Octo. I mean, there was a wonderful group of people that I never would have met before World of Tanks. Arrow, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the tier 1. So there have been definitely moments in my streaming career, time periods that have been more frustrating or more exhausting than others, but I'm really grateful that I've been able to do this for this long, and that so many of you guys are still here after 6 years, after I gave up. Yeah, like Arrow, for the people who came for World of Tanks and then stuck around after World of Tanks, for the people who disagree with me on lots of things, and disagree with me, and probably by extension Charlie Kirk, but you've never, been hateful to me. It's been a really, really good ride for 6 years. But today is definitely a tough one. It's hard to feel. The heck? It's hard to feel like joy and happiness today. I've been really, really struggling since yesterday. Oh my gosh, Riley is going nuts because he can see Jake. Yeah, I've just been really struggling with it. And I think it's just really like looking at my baby while I'm nursing her or holding her or playing with her, whatever it may be, and thinking about those 2 little kids who will never come home to their dad again. And for what? For what? Because someone didn't like what he had to say. That's it. That's literally it. Because someone didn't like what he had to say. Didn't like that he worked his butt off to have a platform. Didn't like that he opened up conversations with people. Didn't like that he was just a God-fearing Christian man with Christian values that most of us agree with. And for that, those 2 little babies will never see their dad again. Oh, man. Oh. We know what the motive was. We don't have to speculate. We know what the motive was. We know why Charlie Kirk was murdered. We all know who did it. We all know what it's going to end up being. Like, I'm so done sugarcoating it. I'm so done pretending. We all fucking know who it's going to end up being. I could give you a list of things that this person probably believes in without even knowing anything about them. Just the fact that they killed Charlie Kirk, I could tell you. So. Royce, this is why you don't walk him not on a leash, ever. How many times do I have to tell him this? Someone's dog is like... Someone let their dog out, and that's why Jake and Riley are freaking out. So Royce is holding the baby and holding Jake at the same time. Are you freaking kidding me? Why is he not on a fucking leash? Give me a second. Whew. Okay. Everything's fine. Nobody got bit. No dog bit the other dog, so everything's fine. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. Um, let's see. Motive is selfishness, trying to remove something they didn't have or felt they didn't get in their life. Seeing people in X celebrating is disgusting, makes me nauseous. Clearly had political motivations, and the FBI's failure to quickly clarify or capture the culprit only shows that the deep state is involved. I don't know. I just feel like this wasn't like a single person. I feel like this was a coordinated attack that people like-minded came together and organized. And he's getting help from other people. That's what I think is going on, personally. That's just my take. Someone familiar with guns at distance shots not that hard to make. My husband, who was in the military, disagrees. He thinks that that shot is quite difficult to make without like some type of background, some type of training. And I mean, it does kind of seem like a pretty crazy shot. So I don't think this is like a deep state conspiracy thing. I think that shooting a target in a bowl with wind direction from 150 yards is not easy. Yeah, see, why is she upset? I just think that this is someone or a coordinated attempt or a coordinated uh attack. Like I think that multiple people did this. Sorry, I'm trying to focus, but I'm hearing her cry and I need to know why what she needs. If she's still, cranky, I'll feed her. Oh, okay. Man. All right. Um what makes you think it was a group of people? I just think that he's being helped. Like I think that there were I'm sorry. I can't focus. I can't like my thoughts are just being cut off by her crying. So I need to feed her or something. You guys chat amongst yourselves or don't, or you could just sit here. Just I need a couple minutes to go feed her because I don't know why she's crying. Okay. She ate. She blew up her diaper. She's so, it's so stinking cute. It's kind of gross, but it's also really, really cute when she poops because she's like, like she makes a little poop face and then tenses her whole body, and then you just hear her, and then she feels much better after that. So she ate and then she pooped, and hopefully now she will be hopefully now she'll be in a better mood. Oh, I still hear her squealing. I don't know. I don't know why she's squealing. Also, I heard subs going off. Dayman, I hope you're still here. Dayman, thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy you stopped by to wish me a happy 6 years today. Thank you very much. Sam, thank you very much for the tier 1 resub. I still hear her squealing like a little piggy. She's not like crying, but she's like just squealing. Great shirt. Thank you. Greetings from Europe. Hello. Hello. See, the one thing I want to address is this really ridiculous, like, where were you when this school shooting happened? I've also cried at the school shootings. I've talked about the school shootings on my stream and how awful and horrendous and heartbreaking it is. Little children gone. Little innocent children gone. For what reason? For what reason? I have no time. I have no time for you. So I don't know where people are getting this concept of like, oh, you care because it's Charlie Kirk, but you don't care about the school shootings. We do care about the school shootings. Every person I know who is upset about Charlie Kirk is also upset about school shootings. There's no like, oh, it's so sad that Charlie Kirk is dead, but like, who cares about all those school shootings? Like there's no, that's not happening, and I don't know where or why anyone is even responding with that narrative. And like I've talked about this before. I've talked about it many, many times, and I know that it's never going to change anybody's mind because this is one of those things that everyone seems to be very, very set in their opinion, and it's not going to change. The problem is not guns, because there are many gun owning individuals who are not going and shooting people. The problem is and always will be the fact that we are affirming mental illness instead of treating it. We are a very mentally ill country, and instead of getting to the root of why people are mentally ill, we affirm it and say, yeah, it's totally fine. It's actually like celebrated. Most gun violence happens in the places that have the strictest gun laws. So I would argue that it's not the guns, and I know for a fact Amaze, thank you so much for the 50 gifted. Happy 6 years and more. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for being here from almost basically the beginning. I'm surprised you don't have a founder's badge, honestly. Um, Amaze, thank you. Thank you so very much. Always, you have always supported me. Thank you, Amaze. Happy 6 years. Happy 6 years to you. Thanks for being here. You probably took it away as well. I did not take away his founder's badge. No, I did not. No, I did not. Thank you, Maze. Wow, look at this, you guys. Look at this leaderboard this month. September popping off. September popping off. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Amaze, thank you so much. Yeah, I've talked about this before, and I know again this is something that people are very set in and won't change, and for whatever. But the problem is not the guns. The problem is the people, and I know for a fact that Charlie Kirk would say that right now. If Charlie Kirk could come down from heaven and tell us something, he would say, "I still stand by the Second Amendment." I know that because I know that that's what Charlie Kirk believes in. So, so the problem is not actually the guns, it's actually the sickness that is running rampant in this country. And where that's coming from, I have a lot of theories. But yeah, there are a lot. I have a lot of opinions there on where it's coming from. Happy anniversary. Thank you, TK. Haven't been here for long, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Wait, is Lowe's stream over? Is Lowe done streaming? Because I'm surprised at how many Lowe people are here right now. Oh, wow. Do you think we should lower flags after every school shooting? I don't really know. I don't really know what the flag being half staff, what the traditional reason for that is. I really don't know anything about it. I know it's a symbol of honor, I guess, or whatever, but I don't know. I don't really think I have a strong belief one way or the other, because I don't really know what typically the flag is half staff for. Tragedies or other solemn events as proclaimed by officials like the president or state governors. Well, gosh, in this country, the flag would be half staff 24/7. At this point. Why is she screaming? What is happening? My baby is going nuts right now, and I don't know why she's going nuts. She just ate, she pooped. her for a second. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I am trying to... Nope, that's not the button. There we go. Hello. Oh, that's not it. I want to lock it. There we go. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right, bring her to me. So you can't see. Perfect. This'll work. Go ahead. All right, now I can read the messages and also feed the baby at the same time.
All
right. Congrats on your 6 years of streaming, Patty.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh gosh, this this is like the black bar meta. I have a bra on. Look, see, you can see it. Let me just clarify that. This is like the black bar meta. Until it doesn't work, then there's a surprise for everyone. No, I have the camera locked. It's locked. We're locked in, all right? And I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna touch anything until I pull it up. Oh, Orthane, I have that entire scene memorized. I've had that scene memorized for so long because I absolutely adore. Roy said, what about second breakfast? This is the feed. Yes, this is the feeding screen right now. She's being screamy and I don't really know why because she just drained my other boob and then pooped. So like, but whatever. She is currently mouthing. She's currently mouthing, which is where they just pretty much want to put things in their mouths all the time. So she could just want my boob because she wants it in her mouth. Orthane, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I love that quote so much. I've had that memorized for a very, very long time because it's one of my favorite pieces of dialogue in anything ever. Probably my favorite, honestly. But yeah, I love that. Are you watching the Discovery Channel? Yes, and now the mother bear will nurse her cub. That's me, I'm the mama bear. I'm the mama bear. I'm your peanut. I feel like I should put like a thing on the black part, like changing into a cute bikini. I feel like I'm doing something naughty right now. I'm not. This is not naughty. This is very natural. This is just about as natural as it can get, okay? So, it's fine, but... What? Stop. Why are you going crazy? Stop it. You're going nuts. You're going nuts for what? For what? Why are you going nuts? Why was that so delayed? Might as well just show it. It's allowed, specifically in the TOS. Yeah, except for Victim when she rips herself off my nipple. Which she does frequently because she's at a point where there's something called the breastfeeding crisis for breastfeeding, you know, moms and babies where they're like in between 3 and 4 months and they just get so distracted by everything that they like don't want to eat because they want to like look at everything and touch everything and like they call it the breastfeeding crisis, and she's also doing that too. So, slurp, slurp, slurp. Can you guys hear her? I mean, she's pretty loud, but can you hear her? Also, that's very interesting to me that is in the TOS. Like, you're allowed to breastfeed in the TOS. Like, are there any streamers who breastfeed? Like, I don't think I've ever heard of a streamer breastfeeding. Hi Patty, hi Foofer. Hey, happy late birthday, Foofer. Mommy milkers, no mommy milking. Wait, what? You can show your boobs, but not show your boobs? How does that work? I have a bone to pick with you. What? Why the F do you guys still do freaking yearly car inspections? Oh, PA-ins. Yes. Pennsylvania is very annoying with the car inspections. Why do we do it? No idea. Ow! Catherine. Stop. Are you done? Are you done? Birthing and breastfeeding? Is that a category? How fun. Oh, look at Jakey sneaking his way in. Hi, big boy. Catherine, that's not my boob. That's my arm. Great. Now we got a Jakey in the background, too. Someone will launch the ASMR breastfeeding someday. It ain't gonna be me, y'all. It ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. Are you done? Stop it. Stop it. You're so cute. Okay, you're done. If this is how you're gonna behave, then you're done. You're not eating anymore. Breastfeeding ruining my Jakey cam. Sorry. I have a feeling that would be a really popular category on this platform of freaks. The breastfeeding category? Yeah, I do. I think that would be incredibly. Birthing and breastfeeding, I think that there would be a lot of people, unfortunately, that would be into that. Fucking weirdos. She's getting burped. She's still a little baby, so she's got to get burped. But sometimes she doesn't burp. That's okay. Okay, are you done? Are you done? If mommy gives you some kisses, can mommy go back to streaming? Back of her fuzzy head. Can I go back to streaming? You got over your fear of burping? Yeah, I mean, I've heard so many burps at this point now. She burps a lot. You wouldn't want us to support your breastfeeding ASMR? Actually, Sabishi, I would want you to support my breastfeeding ASMR. I would want you to go back to tier 3 and be my #1 supporter in the breastfeeding category. Otherwise, you're not a real one. Just you, Sabishi, nobody else. Okay. She loves her squid, by the way. She still loves it. She loves watching it. Now, and especially now that she likes doing tummy time, she lays on her tummy and watches it move around. All right. Daddy's gonna come take you now. Because you should be done. No! Why are you being crazy? What? Why are you being a psycho? No. Keep your little head down. You're no longer allowed to be on stream. Mommy's afraid of the crazy people who would kill us. Yes, Catherine. There are crazy people out there who want to kill us just because. Literally just because. There's no good reason. There's no good reason. They just want to kill us because they hate us. It's absurd and I don't understand it. But alas, here we are. Okay, can I bring you to Daddy? You're gonna be a good girl? You good girl? Screaming?
No, she's not gonna be a good girl.
No, look at that smile. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Can I go to Daddy? Mike, are you good? Okay, wait, now how do I bring I gotta remember how to, okay, I gotta unlock it first. That's not it. That's not the button. What button is that? Alt, maybe? Yeah, hey, TK. There we go. We're back. We're back. No boobs. No boobs out now. Boobs are put away. Mommy milkers are only for the baby. Sadly, for some of you, mommy milkers are for the baby and baby only. I know that's disappointing, but you know, mom's gotta do what mom's gotta do. Good job, Royce. Keep up the good work. Wait, TK, have you ever seen? That's funny. Have you ever seen the GIF or GIF, whatever, in Discord of me slapping Royce's butt? Who? I think that was maybe JP. Somebody, I don't remember who that was. Somebody gifted subs or did something and then say, when Royce comes back in with your beer, slap his ass and tell him keep up the good work or something. I think maybe that was JP. I feel like that was JP. Yeah, what is that one called? I think if you just type in Discord PCPatty in the GIF section, it's right there. It says keep up the good work. And it's me slapping Royce's butt. Hey! Savishi! Let's go! Supporting the breastfeeding. Let's go! Savishi, thank you so much. 6 months in advance. Let's go. September discounts. 6 months in advance for 6 years of streaming. Let's go. Dark Soul, thank you very much for the prime. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. What's up, Dark Soul and the phenomenal homies? I'm streaming on a Thursday because Royce is off. And we have tried streaming. We've tried baby going to Nana, and she rejects that. She rejects that plan wholeheartedly. And so, you know, I can give her to daddy and she's not screaming bloody murder for 30 minutes. So that is why I'm streaming on Thursday, because Royce is off. He hasn't switched to his new job yet. His new job will be in October. So right now he's still with the old job. Maybe we all need to take more care of each other instead of ourselves. I agree. I agree. I think that there's a very selfish mentality in this country, a very pervasive selfish mentality, and unfortunately, that's where we're at. And why do I feel like my camera is blurry? Did I hit the desk? Maybe I hit the desk. Anytime I hit the desk, it gets slightly blurred. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. And I don't use the automatic one because it always is like, all right, that's good. I can see all the details in my hair. Do we know yet if Claire is going to the new job with him? Do we? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Claire, sadly. As much as I, like to keep up on Claire's physical therapy and all the other things that Claire is involved in, I unfortunately don't know if Claire will be switching to the IT department with Royce. No, Dark Soul, Thursday is not the new streaming day. When Royce is doing his new job, when he moves to his new job, and hopefully he'll have like a set schedule then I will know exactly what day I will be able to stream. But right now it's basically just whatever day Royce has off. How do we change that? Ironically, the way that we change that is through everything that Charlie Kirk preached. It's through monogamy and a marriage being between a man and woman bringing children into the world and teaching them to love God and then their family and then their country. It's like all of the things that Charlie Kirk stood for would fix mental illness problems in this country. Healthy living, keeping toxins out of our bodies. There's so many things contributing. There are so many things contributing to the mental health crisis. And Charlie Kirk was, his values and his beliefs were 1000%. Good. Inherently good. Tabishi, thanks for gifting Claire IRL. Funny because I feel like no, okay. I was gonna say I know a Claire streamer, and I know that she has a second account. I'm like, is that her second account? It is not. Which other country are you referring to that is facing major gun violence the way we are? You're talking about Charlie. Have you seen the video? It's crazy. I did unfortunately see the videos. We have been talking about Charlie today. I have been very I've been very hurt by what happened. I have been grieving and mourning for someone that I have never known, but feel like I know in my heart. And yeah, we've talked about it quite a bit today. What did you like most about Charlie? His dedication to his faith. He really believed in Jesus Christ and what Jesus Christ taught, and I really admire that. And he is a better Christian than I am. So he had my mom said this quote, and I remember it's a quote from, if you ever seen West Side Story, after Tony kills Nardo, and then what is his name? The other guy kills Tony, and Maria says, "Now I have hate in my heart," and that's how I feel. Now I have hate in my heart that wasn't there before, and it's just awful. It's awful. The shooter needs the Ramsay Bolton treatment. I mean, if you guys ever have ever watched Vikings, which was a show on the History Channel, there's something called a blood eagle, where they like slice open your back and take your lungs out and like put them on your shoulder, and you're like alive for that. I feel like if the blood eagle was something that we did today, things like this would drop dramatically. Violence would drop overnight if the repercussions were to be blood eagles. I'm just saying, if we had harsher punishments, maybe that would be a better deterrent. I like the Japanese bamboo torture, personally. I don't know that one. I did not know that. I didn't know that about Utah, having the firing squad. Royce is putting her back to sleep. I just heard him say, "We're going night night. You're going night night because I don't know what else to do." Which could be. I mean, to be fair, she's been awake for like over an hour, so honestly, she could be ready for another nap. But prayers for Royce. I have to say, this is totally not what we're talking about, but you know what? A very positive thing that I would like to share. Royce is a fantastic dad and a fantastic partner. I talk about how important it is when you choose your life partner, and I am very blessed to have Royce as my life partner. He is so wonderful with her, and he is so it's amazing. It really is like the greatest thing in the world to see your partner become a parent and take care of your little baby together. He's great. I loved him before, but I love him even more now. So shout out to my husband, who is fantastic and a very, very good daddy. How many naps does she take? It depends on the day. I just heard her go, "Rawr!" depends on the day and if she's had a long nap or if she's only taken short naps. She is almost 4 months old, so now her wake window is typically about an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes more, depending on what time of day it is. So she takes about 3-4 naps typically. When she's not causing chaos, she's napping. She's fun. She's a fun little girl. She is very, very screamy. She's very chatty. She's fun, and gosh, it's something very, very magical, very, very magical about waking up in the morning and seeing your little baby's face and watching their little eyes blink open and they see that it's mommy or they see that it's daddy and the biggest smile comes across their face. I mean, it's nothing compares. Nothing compares. It's amazing. Has she still? No, she has still not received any vaccines. She does not have any vaccinations. How does she like to sleep? She sleeps for naps. If Royce is home, she pretty much just sleeps on Royce. She pretty much just contact naps with Royce for every nap, because if she contact naps, she'll sleep for longer and I will be able to get more things done. If I'm home with her, it's just me. If I'm like really desperate, I'll let her contact nap. If she like is really being cranky and I need her to go to sleep, I'll give in and let her sleep on me. But typically I rock her for a couple minutes and then I lay her down in my bed on her stomach. She has slept on her stomach since she was a week old. Pediatricians will say don't do that. She wouldn't sleep any other way. I was losing my mind. She was losing her mind. And I said, F this. You're sleeping on your stomach because that's where you want to sleep. So go ahead. So she has slept on her stomach since she was a week old. It's like the smile when you see a large plate of good food. True. True. Just like that. Smurf, thank you. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Hi, Smurf. You're making it hard for me to watch with these random streams. I know. I'm sorry. Hopefully once Royce has a set schedule, I'll be able to pick like a set day. But with her resisting going with my mom, because we were trying to do Saturdays, but the last 2 Saturdays I tried giving her to my mom, she was like not having it. So it's easier if I just give her to Royce. So I've just been streaming when Royce is home, and also today happens to be my 6-year anniversary of streaming. 6 years, woohoo! My mom said when I was a baby I would start on my back or right side and then I'd roll on my tummy. Yeah, the pediatricians will tell you to only let them sleep on their back. That was not happening. That was not happening. I tried for a week. It wasn't happening. She wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. Royce wasn't sleeping. We were all crying. It was awful. So I was like, nope, we're done. You're sleeping on your stomach. You're sleeping right next to me. And that's it. And that's how we've slept since then. My mom, oh wait, I already read that. I missed 2 streams. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the random days, you guys. I know I said it would be Saturdays, but vaccinations in the United States, they recommend hepatitis B at birth. I said absolutely not. Hepatitis B is a sexually transmitted disease. There's no reason for my newborn to be getting a vaccine before she's even been out of my womb for 24 hours. No, thank you. So I said no to that. And then I just didn't feel comfortable giving her vaccines at 2 months. I felt like she was still too little. Her immune system, I just felt like needed more time to develop. I'm like, she hasn't even had her first cold. Could we like hold off? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. Whenever you're ready. So she has not had any vaccinations yet. And when that time comes, there will be very few. So. It's in case they throw up in their sleep and can't push themselves up or something like that. It's because they think that they're going to suffocate. That's what it is they can't like lift their heads up. So if my baby's face is like up against a blanket or something, she will suffocate. But But that's so silly because I'm not putting any blankets or pillows or stuffed animals in the bed. She's just laying next to me on the sheet. So all she has to do is turn her head, which if she can do it on my belly in the hospital, not even 24 hours out of out once she comes out of my fucking vagina, you think she can't do that anymore? Like she just can't turn her head anymore? Or no, I don't know. Like I was like, this seems fucking silly. So we tried to do the back sleeping and it just was not working. So she has slept on her tummy since then. I had the cord wrapped around my left arm when I came out with the blue arm. Now it is my dominant arm. Catherine also had the cord wrapped around her chest. I was vaccinated as a child, but I got a lot less vaccines than the CDC currently recommends. There were quite a few that didn't exist back then, and I didn't get vaccinated until I was like 3 months old, I think, if I look at my vaccine card, which my mom gave me because I was like, I want to know which vaccines I had. And so, yeah, I have compared that. Did you study medicine? No, I did not study medicine. I just lived through the COVID pandemic and said, fuck this. Which I believe, if correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys were all also there for the COVID pandemic, and like you don't question the CDC wanting to jab my baby with hepatitis B vaccine 24 hours, but not even 24 hours, like after coming out of my body? No? Is it a rice cooker? No, it's not a rice cooker. That's my breast pump. That thing right there? Rice cooker. Yeah, Dark Soul. I keep a rice cooker in my bedroom. Listen, I know that you're Asian, I'm Asian, but I don't keep a rice cooker in my bedroom. JP, do you? Yeah, I knew someone was gonna say it. The exceedingly dumb claim this streamer made. All I want you to do is look up where the most gun violence happens, who's perpetrating the most gun violence, and what are the laws in those places where the gun violence is happening. That's all I want you to do. All I want. And I don't want to, just in this country. Of course, JP. Good, I'm glad you do. Right next to your Naruto headband. I don't know how Asian you are. I have a rice cooker in my kitchen and bedroom. I actually want a rice cooker. Side note, I want a rice cooker. I'm tired of cooking rice and having the stupid rice boil over the stupid side of the pan. I want a rice cooker. See, feet lovers, you're doing what all of the people on the internet have done to Charlie Kirk and why Charlie Kirk is dead today. Because instead of having a conversation about those things, you're just like, oh, you're fucking moron. We know, like, I'm gonna give you all of the statistics that I know. I know that married men and women are the happiest. They are the most satisfied in their lives. I know that children who are brought up by a mother and a father are the most successful, are the most motivated. I know that straight monogamous relationships are the healthiest physically, emotionally. As a matter of fact, the highest perpetrators of interpersonal violence are lesbian couples. So if you just like took 1 second to actually break down the things that I'm saying and the things that Charlie Kirk has said, you would understand that all of these things come from a place of wanting to heal a sick society. We can look at what the healthiest patterns are in our society, and we can say we should get back to there because that's what works the best. That's what keeps people healthy. That's what keeps people alive. What does this have to do with gun violence? We just talked about it. Mental illness. The problem is mental illness and affirming mental illness. It's saying to someone, yes, I affirm that you are a man when you're actually a woman, or you're a woman when you're actually a man, rather than saying, I can treat you with respect, and I understand that that's how you feel, but that's not reality. So how can I help you get to a place where you can accept who you are and move forward? That's all Charlie Kirk did. That's all he wanted to do. But instead of having those conversations, he was assassinated. Like, you just don't want to face the facts. People just don't want to face the facts. They don't want to face reality. Clearly, you don't want to face reality. You don't want to talk about reality. So, there's no point in me trying to have a good faith conversation with you because you don't want to have a conversation based in reality. I've looked at rice cookers, and every time I do, I realize I can cook rice in a pot without trouble. See, but I have trouble. Every single time I cook rice in a pot, it boils over, and then I've got like gooey rice residue on my stove. What am I doing wrong? Now, I've only recently started cooking, but what am I doing wrong? Why is that happening? Wait, 1 part rice to 2 parts water. Lower simmer, cover with a lid. But I do that. I do that. That's what it says on the rice thing. Yeah, 1 part rice, 2 parts water. Is it because I have the heat up too high? Skill issue, I'm afraid. What should the heat be at? Because I feel like I usually do like medium high. Is that too high? Is that why it's bubbling over? Should it be at medium? Should it be at medium low? My buddy has a rice cooker since we're a bit too dumb. Yes, that's me. That's me. See, okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm convinced I want a rice cooker. You're not a very good Asian then. I'm not an Asian. We've talked about this. Okay. I'm gonna allow this because I never said this. I never said this. I never said this. Not once did I say this. I never said that. No one in here said that. I'm pretty sure. Unless I missed it. I may have missed someone saying that, but I'm almost positive nobody said that. But what we are seeing, and this is the reality, right? Let me take you a step into reality, is we are seeing a very, very, very evil trend emerging from these groups who feel like they've been attacked or whatever. I don't know what the word is. We are seeing a very evil trend happening. It's not Christians. It's not Christians who are going around shooting people. Let me just say that. Not. So, we've seen your baby pics. Doesn't mean that I'm Asian. The president was quick to blame the radical left because it is the radical left. It is. There's, again, let's be realistic here. There is no moderate person going out and assassinating someone on either side. It is a radical person, right? Inherently radical. And the right celebrated and elevated Charlie Kirk as a very significant person in the conservative movement. It was not a conservative person who assassinated Charlie Kirk. It was someone on the radical left. That's just Like, please don't deny it. Like, please don't, like, do everybody the favor of saying the truth. You need a Zoji Rushi Fuzzy Neuro, 100% best rice cooker. Make sure to get the Japanese one, not the Chinese. I don't want to spend $50 on a rice cooker though. I want to go to Walmart and get like a $10 rice cooker. The one at Walmart's $37. I thought this was going to be like a $10 appliance. 118? Victim, what do you think I am? I don't have 185? I don't have that much money. Don't get a $30 rice cooker. I'm not spending $200 to cook some rice, okay? I very rarely cook rice, if I'm being honest. If I'm being totally honest, I make rice like once. No, honestly, I can't remember the last time I made rice. Just get good. You gotta think Kathy needs to eat good rice. I hate you so much, Mike. Your ancestors will disown you if you get a $30 rice cooker. JP, what rice cooker do you have? Which one do you have in your bedroom? $200 on a rice cooker. Come on. Come on, you think I am? Get out of here. We're lucky if I spend $20 on a rice cooker. Have you seen what leftist Hassan Piker said about Charlie Kirk's assassination? I have not, but I could only imagine because he is a terrorist. So. In my house or in the other wings of the house? JP, do you have a rice cooker in every single room in your house? The dude could be a paranoid schizophrenic. I'm not prepared to assume what the perp's motive was. I'm pretty sure we have like shell casings, or like somebody was saying there's I don't know, Royce was saying something about the New York Times, something about trans, something on the Charlie Kirk killer's ammunition engraved with pro-trans messages. Rifle and Kirk assassination had ammo with trans anti-fascist engravings. This is the Wall Street Journal, the Independent, the Telegraph, Jerusalem Post, Daily Beast, Economic Times. This is like, I've seen it. Like, if you just Google this, there are many, many. BBC, there's like a whole bunch of them. It was a time question to set up the shot, and trans nonsense were on the magazine and rounds. Also, what did Smurf say? That's racist for you to assume that about JP. Smurf, I asked him first. I asked JP if he had a rice cooker in his house or in his bedroom, and he said yes. And then I asked him if he had one in every room, and he said obviously. So it wasn't racist. It was simply me asking my friend if he uses rice cookers for no reason other than just curiosity. Why would you assume that that's racist? Smurf, what do you mean by that, Smurf? It's kind of like asking me if I have a crucifix in every room, which I do. So What are you trying to say? Because you taught your cat to hate him. I did not. I did not. He just hated him. I don't know why. I didn't teach him to hate JP. It just happened. It just happened that way. You know, he could sense that that he wanted to eat him. Do you have any gay friends? I do. I have many gay friends, actually. Um, One of my favorite couples that I know that was actually very influential in my teenage years was a gay couple, two guys. My cheerleading coach and his husband. This is something I want to talk about because I just today cut ties with the community because the streamer did not take a firm stance in the hateful rhetoric surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, and the things that were said in that Discord made me sick to my stomach. And this person said that the friction between our communities came from the fact that I don't support LGBTQ people. And to that, I would like to say, when someone came into my stream and gave me $10,000, I sent that person over to this person's stream because I wanted to see this person be showered with the same amount. When this person was doing a nonstop subathon, I constantly rated this person. I constantly sent my community over there, and my community did a very good job in keeping that person's subathon alive. All I did was support this person. And I'm not attacking this person because it didn't come from this person, this streamer. But this streamer did not take a vocal stance against it, and that hurt me. Because it felt like they weren't defending me. And that hurt my soul after all of the love and support that I have given this LGBTQ streamer, for them to say that I didn't support that community is so fucking bullshit and such a fucking lie. Mercy Unhinged, she was in chat earlier, a lesbian, a Christian lesbian, someone I confide in, talk to, am very comfortable with. My cheerleading coach, who I frequently see, who I go out of my way actually to go see to this day, my high school cheerleading coach, a gay man. The last time I saw him, was the first time I've seen him since I got pregnant, actually, and we like jumped for joy. And he called me Miss Thang, like he always did, and I was filled with so much love and so much happiness to see him. There is nothing in my heart. There is no fucking hate. There's no the fact that anyone would have the nerve to say that I don't support LGBTQ people. You can disagree with somebody's lifestyle and still love them as a person. And that's all I did. That's all I fucking did. So, that shit really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Hear the dog squeaking. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Me expressing the truth. This is the truth. This is the unequivocal truth. Children grow up better when they have a mom and a dad. Couples who are heterosexual, monogamous couples are the happiest couples. Like, I am giving you Christian, specifically, Christian couples are the happiest couples, are the most satisfied in life. If you want to be satisfied in life, why would you not want these things, right? If you see, okay, for example, let's say, I don't know, I'm going to give a stupid example. You're at an ice cream store and everyone's buying chocolate and they are jumping for joy. This is the best chocolate ice cream we've ever tasted in our lives. Highly recommend the chocolate. And you're like, nah, I don't, fuck that. You think it's yummy? I'm not interested in that. I'm gonna ask for a scoop of dog shit instead. Like, why would you go out of your way to make your life harder? Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. If we know these things are good for people, why are you fighting it so hard? And why do you not want other people to enjoy it? So what I'm saying is, I did not say that LGBTQ is the source of mental illness. What I said is that we know children grow up the best when they have a mom and a dad. Mom and a dad, happy couple. Happy wife, happy husband, happy children, happy life. And we stop having so much fucking mental illness. If you look at people, a lot of people who are struggling with mental illness, they come from broken families. They come from broken homes. They come from abuse. They come from divorce. They come from substance issues. And it's just it's so clear that there is a pattern. It's so clear that there's a pattern happening. Like, you just don't want to talk about it. You just don't want to talk about it. You want to pretend that it's not a thing. You want to pretend that everything I'm saying is a lie. This is just, there is an outlier in everything, and there are always exceptions to everything. I am not saying that every single problem in this country will be fixed if we just have mom-dad marriage. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these are inherently good things. We know for a fact that these are inherently good things for man, for wife, for children. We would have a much healthier, happier society if we valued these things. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Lowest divorce rate is actually between gay men, and the highest are with lesbian couples. Therefore, women are the issue when it comes to divorce. I actually agree. I actually do think women are the issue when it comes to divorce. No cap on the app. And that's actually another thing. That's actually another thing. Statistically, that's true. Women typically instigate divorce. So yes, women are the problem. I agree. Yeah, bitch, I'm back, pussy. What's up, Snipes? Are we listening to Lord of the Rings? We are. Yes, we are. Yeah. But Sam, you know what makes us different from all those animals is we have brains. Sorry, that's not. They have brains too. We have critical thought. We do not, like, for example, the book that I got, Their Mom's Way Worse Than You, there are a lot of animals in that book that eat their young, that kill their young, that, I mean, kill their spouse, like their mate, eat their mate, right? Like, we are not animals. There's a really big difference between us and animals. So let's not compare us to animals. How about you read the books I got you? How to Not Be a Dumb Bitch. Isn't that what it was? Something like that. Women have always been the problem. That, I agree. I've said it so many times. I've said it. I've screamed it from the rooftops that there's a certain demographic that I think is at the heart of destroying this country. And you already know who it is. What are you guys talking about? Naval. U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis on lockdown as active threat reported. Oh god, the dog. Sorry, the dog. The dog's got to drink. The dog's got to go outside. Vex. Hi, Vex. Thank you so much for the 100 or 300 biddies. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Personally, I don't care who someone wants to be with or their sexuality. I think it just needs to be less defining. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just be abundantly clear. I'm not talking about lesbians, gays, or bisexuals. I'm talking about the T. The people who think that they are something that they are not. And want to tell me as a man that they are a woman when they are not. And I know that they are not. I literally don't care about lesbians, gays, or bis. I don't. Go ahead and do whatever you want. My problem is the fact that there is more and more trans violence happening. Not targeted at trans. Trans are the perpetrators. I mean, we have messaging that indicates that this was so. And again, I've said it 100 times. I'll say it again. I don't care what you do as an adult with your body. I don't. I have personal feelings based in my religion, my faith, that you shouldn't be doing it. But I don't care because that's your free will. That's your choice. Go ahead, mutilate yourself, take steroids and go ahead. I don't care. You're an adult. What you can't do, here's what you can't do, is force that into our schools, force that on my children. Like, I'm not going to teach my children that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. That's fucking confusing. That's confusing. That is not what you should be teaching a child. Like, oh, mommy, if I want to be a boy, I can just be a boy. No, Catherine, sweetheart, you have ovaries. You have fallopian tubes. You have a vagina. You have a womb. You have, like, no, you cannot just be a boy. You can't. You physically can't. And we should not be teaching children fundamentally incorrect things. For what? For what? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Get a grip. Get a fucking grip on reality. Get a fucking grip on reality, please. Holy shit. Why is this dog squeaking? goodness. Jake, this won't stop friggin' squeaking. Just squeak, squeak, squeak. Yo, what up, Figgy? Figgy, you couldn't just let his account be a thing of the past. He comes out last night and he goes, "I'm back in business, babe." I'm like, "How? You got it back?" And he goes, "No, Figgy let me play his account." And I'm like, oh. Like, Figgy. Come on. I thought I would, I thought I was done having to deal with Madden, but alas, here we are. Also, what is World of Tanks? What? Is World of Tanks any good? No. I'm sorry. That's not true. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit sensitive because World of Tanks was not the nicest to me. And by that, I mean I was going through a miscarriage, and without speaking to me, they kicked me out of the CC program. Kind of fucked up, but like, okay, go off, World of Tanks. Sorry. That's all I have to say on that. I would suggest maybe a different game, perhaps. Thank you, L. Lavery. We had more people like this, and then they got assassinated yesterday. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. Can't speak the truth. Because that's what it gets you. My first time here too, and I'm liking the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm like glancing at the whole fucking gay animal survival situation, and Sam, I just don't even know what the fucking point of this statement is. I just don't. I don't get it. Again, I've made myself abundantly clear. I'm not talking about gay, gay, lesbian, or bisexual, because they know what they are and what they're attracted to. I'm talking about people who believe that they are something other than what they are, and want me to believe it too, and accept it, and play into this delusion. And I simply reject that as a logical person who knows that I, with my womb and my uterus and my vagina and my fallopian tubes and everything else that's in here, I am a woman, and I cannot change that, no matter how much sterilization I put myself through. I am a woman. If you want me to call you Joe Schmo and your name is Betty, I'll call you Joe Schmo. For fuck's sake, I call you guys your Twitch names. Who cares, right? If you want me to say she or her when I'm talking about you, fine, whatever. That doesn't hurt me. What does hurt me is you trying to eradicate what I believe and eradicate me because of what I believe. Because I'm not doing that to you. Call me Michelle from now on. I already do that. I literally have never said that in my entire life, Sam. I have never once ever said that. And I was not even talking about them in the first place. And it might actually surprise you to learn this. I don't believe that. I do actually believe that some people are born gay. Now, I think that bisexual is a bunch of fucking hoopla. But I do think that people are born attracted to who they're attracted to. Prize. Hi, quick question. I never said that, Sam. I never fucking said that. Go back into the VOD and tell me where I said that. I said that you can choose a lifestyle. For example, my lesbian friend, Mercy, who knows or who feels that her own lifestyle is a sin, so she doesn't engage in that lifestyle. Do you understand? It's kind of like premarital sex. We know it's a sin, so we don't engage in that. But I never said that. So you're being a dumbass, because I never said that. Same as challenging the call in the field. Can we get the, you know that commercial where it's they take out the flag and the guy comes running with the box? Can we do that real quick? Because I never said that. So you're just putting words in my mouth. No, I think you're either straight or gay. I think there's no in between. If you consider yourself to be somewhere in between, you're just confused. You're confused and you won't give in. Like you won't accept what you know is the truth. Have you ever kissed a girl? Yes. Does that make me gay? No. I've never wanted to date a girl. I've never been sexually or physically attracted to a girl. It's actually quite a toxic reason that we did that. And it was to agitate, for lack of better word, the boys. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of her cherry chapstick. Yeah, I was in high school and we thought it was funny to give the boys boners. We were like, ha ha ha. They're gonna get all hot and bothered. Which is a very toxic, inappropriate thing to do. But again, I was in high school and we thought it was funny. So, because then they'd all get like red and flushed and have to walk away. Which we thought was hilarious. But in hindsight, not very nice because I'm sure that was uncomfortable for them. But am I attracted to women? No. Have I ever wanted to date a woman? No. I'm very much so attracted to men. So, as a matter of fact, it doesn't make any sense to me. Lesbians makes no sense to me. I'm not sure how you could look at an attractive man and not be attracted to him. But, you know, that's the way it is for some people. I would like to ask you a question if I may, because I feel that you are intelligent. Why do you delete those that say negative about Trump? Because first of all, I can see when it's someone's first message in the chat, which I think you guys can see now too. I think everybody can see that, right? That's not just like a mod thing. So if the person's first comment in my chat is like, fuck Trump, I already know that they're not going to contribute anything positive to the conversation. So I'm not going to waste my time communicating with that person. There are many people in here who have criticized Trump. I mean, Tagamo, where's Tagamo? Tagamo has said plenty of things that criticize Trump, and I have no desire to ban Tagamo for anything that he has said. It has nothing to do with criticizing Trump or anything that I have to say. It's the way you say it. I also have add-on. Oh, I do too, Sabishi. I hate when somebody gets banned and I'm like, oh, what did I miss? And then you just click on it and it's grayed out and you can see it. But yeah, no, I never said that I thought that every gay person or lesbian person is making a choice. You make an active choice when you engage in sinful behavior. For example, having sex before marriage, also sinful. Like, you make a choice to engage in sinful behavior. If you know it's sinful, you make a choice to not engage in that behavior. Like, it's very simple. And that's literally, again, like, all we're trying to say. That's all we're trying to say. That's the only point we're getting across. I say that anyone that doesn't agree that Patty is an Asian needs to be permabanned. No appeals. My mom calls my baby a little Asian man because she thinks that my little baby looks like a little Asian. I'm like, she's not Asian. Stop. Not that there's anything wrong with being Asian. I'm just not Asian. Droopy right side of his face picture today made it seem like he had a stroke. I did not notice he had a droopy right side of his face today. Your mom knows. Yeah, surely. I guess if anyone would know if I'm Asian, it would be my mom, right? Gave birth to me, so I suppose. Well, it's been 2 hours. However, chunks of this 2 hour stream they've been interrupted by the dogs and the baby and all types of things. So I guess it really hasn't been 2 hours. But and the baby's also sleeping currently, so I guess I really don't have to end yet. I made dinner already. The baby's sleeping, so I feel like I could hang out for a little while longer. But yeah. No, dinner was I made pierogies with onions and green beans. It was like a sauteed pierogi mix. Thanks for answering questions. You're always a good sport. I try to be, open, honest conversations. And look at where that gets us in this year. 2025 in the United States. Where that gets you. Congrats on the little one and 6 years of streaming. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. How's a Star Wars friend going? I did not get a chance to watch. Didn't get a chance to check out the fourth, the New Hope, the First Hope. My slow cooker still has 6 hours to go for the roast. I would like a roast. Roast sounds good. Do you raise your kid until kindergarten or send her to a preschool? Right now I am leaning towards homeschooling. So, probably homeschooling. That is my gut choice right now. I kind of just want a line at this point. You want a line drawn in the sand. You want a line at the grocery store. You want a line of dialogue read to you. A line of a conga line. A line. No, we don't say that. We don't say that. We don't say that, you guys. After I got a slow cooker, I stuff all my food in there, make a large batch of food, meal prep, and freeze them. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oh, I don't need free trial of Disney Plus. I got a way to watch it. I'm good. I just haven't had the chance to. My decision to homeschool comes from actually quite a bit of this conversation, as I do not want my child exposed to things that I don't believe she should be exposed to. For example, I have family members who are teachers, and they're science teachers, and they actually just talked about this in class. And these kids really thought that you could change your sex based on the current narrative in this country on social media, TikTok, whatever, the former administration. These kids were actually surprised to learn like they could not change their biological sex because they've been so brainwashed to the point that they believe that they could. And that is a very dangerous place for society. Hence, I do not want my child ever learning that, which they didn't learn in public school, but too many things that I don't want her exposed to. Like girls kissing to give boys a boner. That's silly. Who does that? Were you homeschooled, public school, or private? I went to public school. What is going on with the Naval Academy situation? Oh, it says there's no credible threat. But then why are people running into the building with their hands up? Wonka S. She won't be exposed to math. No, she's gonna learn 2 + 2 = 5. And when it comes to spelling, the winder, I'll teach her, window is winder. I mean, I can't wait to teach her all the fun things. Did you go to college? Where's YR? YR is gonna say don't say it, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it, YR. I'm gonna say it. Not only did I go to college, no, I'm saying it, YR. I'm saying it. I graduated top of my class. I was valedictorian of my university. So, if you think this cookie is a stupid one, think again, bitch. Yeah, I have my bachelor's degree in psychology. What did she say, guys? I am muted. I said I was valedictorian, bitch. Sorry, I shouldn't curse. I gotta stop cursing. Me can't cook rice. Bulls. You made the school paper, didn't you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was a big deal. I made a speech and everything. Cool. It was really cool, actually. I got a medal. I got to make a speech. Pretty iconic. So, don't mind me over here with my stupid opinions and my lack of intelligence. Listen, I spent many nights in tears. Many nights in tears working my butt off. I was not striving to be valedictorian, but I was overjoyed when I got the email. You're a woman, so your intelligence is automatically lower. I believe that it's actually isn't it a side of the brain difference? Maybe men's IQ. Yeah, okay. There's performance in certain cognitive tasks. Like a great man said, you don't need to go to university to be smart, intelligent, and well-informed. That's true. You don't. But I love it when people are like, oh, this streamer's a fucking moron. And I'm like, please just suck a stinky fart out of a fart can because you're annoying. You're annoying. You know nothing about me. It's okay to cuss when the baby's asleep. Oh, it's certainly not okay to cuss when the baby's asleep. I need to stop cursing. I really need to stop cursing. Mm-hmm. I did better in my master's and found it much easier than my bachelor's. My friend actually said that too. She said that she felt like her master's was much easier than her bachelor's. And I'm like, for real? Really? Surprising. Mm-hmm. It's what you do after with that degree that actually proves if you're smart or dumb for wasting your time and money. Well, then I'm a fucking genius, Samantha. Because here I am on Twitch enjoying my life. And I didn't have to lift a finger with this degree. So I guess that makes me the smartest of all, does it not? I don't know. I don't know. He basically called you a dumbass. I wouldn't take that. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like my situation's pretty great. Pretty great. I mean, I was able to survive for 6 years doing this. So, I don't know. Does that make me stupid or does that make me incredibly smart? Calls you a dumbass and proceeds to wake up at 7 a.m. and drive to some shit job. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. I've been my own boss for 6 years. And I've been able to support myself through it. So I don't know. I did think about teaching. For a long time, I wanted to be a teacher. And then I took a psychology class in high school, and I realized that I really liked psychology and learning about the brain. So I wanted to go and do research and study the mind, and that's what I did. Studied experimental psychology, not clinical, because I could not sit there and listen to people tell me about their lives, and like I just couldn't do it. So I liked experimental psychology, which was research. I just came from an occultist meeting. You won't believe what they said. Okay, give me the second half of this. This has got to be a, what's it called? Like a pun. I musicology. Hello. Previously subbed for 1 month. Oh, hello. I musicology. Hola. Is Royce awake or what? I'm trying to listen to see if if the baby is awake. Okay. All right. Baby girl. Oh, Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Thomas, buddy. Oh, gosh. Not only was low live today, and you didn't say low live peace. Heartbreaking. But also, the baby just woke up, so I have to end stream. So, Thomas, you missed my 6-year anniversary stream, which was a lot of tears. And not because of subs, but because of sadness. Oh, well, hi, Thomas. Why didn't you speak up? I thought about teaching as well while I studied at university, but taking a look at the schooling environment then to when I was in school made me decide that wasn't for me. Children these days have no respect or manners, and that's not what the school system is there to teach. And if they don't learn that at home, I wasn't going to put up with it in class. That's fair. That's valid. Vex, thank you so much for your prime. Thank you. Thank you, Vex. Thank you. Today is my 6-year mark. Yeah, today is my 6 years of streaming. So 6 years of streaming. Happy 6 years. I have to go because the baby's awake. So happy 6 years, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of you guys have not been here for all 6 years, but a handful of you guys have been here for all 6 years. So to those of you who have stuck around through it all, happy 6 years. Time to move on. I guess 6 is like, we're done. I guess it's done. It's over with. GG's, right? We're over. We're the end. I'll stream as always. Al equals love. Asshole. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for all the subbies today. Thank you, Amaze, Dayman, and Gamerly. There were quite a few resubs. Thank you, everyone, for the Sabishi. Thank you, everyone, for the resubs. Appreciate all the support. Celebrating the 6-year mark. Obviously, this past year was very different. This future year, or this coming year, is going to be very different as well. So, thank you, everyone, for sticking it out and for being here. I send you all Michelle live piece. Wait, Mikey's live for what? Dark Soul, thanks for the 100 bits. I send you all of my love in my heart to each and every one of you. Why? The baby is awake, you guys. I can't sit here and wait for the freaking hype train to count down. I gotta go take care of my kid. So thank you very much, Salty Tater Chip, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Dark Soul, for the 100 bits. But I can't neglect my child for the hype train, all right? As much as the hype train's great and everything, and I'm very grateful for it, I gotta take care of the baby. Why is Nora Jones? This is the chick that Octo likes, I'm pretty sure. Nora Jones. Martha, thank you very much for the 100 bits as well. Royce is here? Yeah, Royce is here, but, you know, 2 parents here. This is a 2-parent household, okay? We partners here. Partners in love and life and baby raising. Are you saying that Royce isn't good enough? That's okay. Just suck a stinky fart out of a fart can, okay? That's all I have to say. No, because I don't want the baby on stream anymore. Because after the Charlie Kirk assassination and realizing how many people in this world would hate me and probably do hate me, I don't want my child on the internet anymore. So, good thing is she's not going to look like that little baby for very long. Good Twitch parents are neglectful Twitch parents. Idiot. Exactly, Dark Soul. Exactly. Delete this post? What post? What are you talking about? Why would I delete this post? I am also sad. I cried many tears. I cried many tears today over losing Charlie Kirk. I'm very heartbroken. I think it's awful. And I think that this road is a very dangerous one. And I just want to send all of you my deepest love. And except for JP. Fuck JP. And on that note, peace out, you guys. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you so much for the past 6 years. And hopefully, like M.A. said, to more. Cheers. This is water. This is literally just water. Cheers. Woo! Asian on Asian hate. Peace out. Night, guys. I'll see you on the next one, which I don't know when that's gonna be. So just keep an eye out, okay? Just, you know what? Just keep my stream on 24/7. And then you don't have a problem. And I'm always here. You know what I mean? Okay. All right.